But you gonna get to the next. We're gonna go to the next one.
Breaking news: 4 months after a woman died while visiting an inmate at Mule Creek State Prison, we've learned her death is now deemed a homicide.
The Amador County coroner tells KCRA 3 investigates she was strangled. Investigative reporter Lizzie Mitri is here with what she has uncovered. Lizzie.
Curtis, we've been following this story for several months, waiting to hear from the coroner, all after learning 62-year-old Stephanie Dowles from the Los Angeles area died at Mule Creek State Prison in Ione on November 13th at about 2 in the morning. Her family tells us she was visiting her husband, 54-year-old David Brinson. He's been in prison since 1994, and court records show a jury convicted Brinson of 4 counts of murder, and he was sentenced to 4 consecutive life terms without the possibility of parole. But he was allowed family visits. The CDCR website tells us those happen in private apartment-like facilities on prison grounds and can last about 30 to 40 hours. So it was during one of those visits that Dowles died. We know she was a hairstylist and a small business owner, and she was very close with her community in Southern California. So now, while the coroner has ruled Dowles' death a homicide, the prison says its investigation is still ongoing, and the district attorney's office tells us it has not filed charges against anyone because it's still waiting on that criminal investigation to be completed. Back to you.
Lizzie, have you had a chance to speak with the family?
Yeah, we have. They're obviously very upset about this, and they have questions about whether these private family visits should have been allowed.
Ashanti said, as soon as the cuffs go on, I'm single.
And I don't blame you, like, especially when you look at because you got to go into the full context. This is a guy who's convicted of murder of 4 individuals. So in some states, they'll still allow conjugal visits, but a conjugal visit, if I'm not mistaken, is a 40-hour kind of weekend. They got like hotels on the campus of the prison.
Yeah.
But take the guy, because he already in there. You know what he in there for. He behind the wall for unaliving 4 individuals. As the woman at this age, and I think I saw somebody else. It may have been Black Groove. Shout out to him. He went into the background on what she did. I think she was a hairstylist. She had specialized in Dominican blowouts or something like that. But you see her profile, still got the youthful look, still trying to thirst trap, still trying to sell sexy at 62 years old. And to still want to deal with the guy that's in prison versus the guy that's on the outside, because I think he got 30 years. He been in there a long time. He'd been in here a minute.
Yeah.
But you still attached to a guy, and you compare this to where, let's say, the female correctional officers, even they coming in to control and oversee the prisoners, and even they're getting caught up with the inmates.
I just read a story literally before I came here. A woman I think Ashanti posted it, about a female inmate that just got charged for sleeping with male inmates.
I think a woman's taste in men and desire for a man is based on 2 things primarily: stress level and convenience and proximity. If you're in the proximity of a woman who's dealing with a lot of stress, and it's not free game to me and to pray, but this is just, I want to get this game to the women that watch our platform, and even to the guys, if you got a sister or whatever, when women that are in dire straits and in stressful situations, they're usually looking for an outlet to relieve that stress, and that's going to be via pleasure. That's why retail therapy was a thing. You got these women who got Amazon boxes coming to the house every day. Retail therapy is a thing, but for the most part, it's sexual pleasure. And women can get sex so easily.
Yeah.
And if you're in the right place at the right time, you can get her. That's it. And this, you look at the videos that come out later. He wasn't my type, or you hear so many stories. He a bum now. He did that. I hate him. It's this. Well, how can you hate a man that you were so in love with to bring a child or multiple children?
Right.
Or have such a 10-year relationship, 6, 7 years, 8 years, but he everything under the sun. But he wasn't that when you were sleeping with him. And it's stress level and proximity. If you got a chick and she hate her job that she got to go to every day, gentlemen, you probably want to check that. Because it's a shark in that call center, and he lurking like Jaws. It's a shark in that center that she working at, and whether it's Amazon, whether it's call AT&T, wherever. If it's a center and it's a 70-30 ratio, where it's 70% women, 30% men, Out of that 30% of men, it's gonna be 1 to 3 guys in there that got that it factor, and they're so close knit, so right. Oh, let's go to lunch today.
Right.
Are we going to lunch today? Yeah, I got you lunch. Oh, I got you breakfast. Micro. I started out on the micro level because I said you stressed.
Or she's sitting down at the desk. He know he could come over there, lean over, let her smell that cologne.
Yeah.
Or put his Peter whack on the back of her elbow and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, let her get a little feel. Oh, this nigga might be working with some, doing a little stuff like that. She be at the fax machine. He tried to slide through and put his dick on the back, little shit like that. So you just gotta be careful because niggas is sneaky and women try to use this plausible deniability or weaponize incompetence as if I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know he liked me. I just thought it was an accident. His dick just happened to fall in my vagina. I don't know. So like I said, when we had these conversations, it has to be a real conversation. And a lot of times dudes give women a pass too as them being dumb or naive. Those days are over with. They know what's going on, but they prey on you being a dummy, or they prey on you being soft, or prey on you being so pussy whipped that they can do whatever they want to do. So, like I said, you got to be careful with everything you were saying earlier about, you know, if your woman stressed out, job she hate going to and stuff like that, you got to watch out for that. But for this woman to be 62 years old,
because now I would want to talk to the guy because I'm past. It's none of that. I didn't know. The narcissist is this. I didn't know until after the baby came. We had 3 kids, and now he whipping. I don't believe or cater or what's the word? I don't subscribe to the idea that a person manipulated me, that love bombing, all that. I would want to talk to a guy that's behind the wall that still has his woman driving on a prison yard and locking in with me for 40 hours. Under the guise of a conjugal visit, when there's so many other men in the free world that you can deal with.
But see, is it really the man or is it the woman? The reason that I say that is I think a lot of women feel like because they man behind the wall, because they have so much dependency, because I think there is some type of codependency that a lot of people have that they like. They like feeling needed. Just like when you watch my 600-pound lifestyle, all of those women have men, it's because they can't get out of bed. So now I got to help out of bed. I got to cook food for. I got to help in the car. I'm needed right now. So I have like this weird codependency of this woman. That's why every time they end up losing weight, then they got the dough. Now she could walk by herself. She can cook by herself. She can go to the store by herself. Now she don't need me as much. And I feel like when a man is locked up, she's needed. I need you to put some money in my books. I need you to, answer the phone when I need you to answer the phone. I need you to come through here and, fuck me good and conjugal business and stay. When you come, I need you to do X, Y, Z. I literally need you to do so much for me. Mm-hmm. Hey, my daughter out there, I need you to go give her a little money. Can you do that for me? Like the need and the manipulation that can go on with him being locked up. I think that's why a lot of women like those type of men.
I think it's a control factor. I know he can't do too much in there,
right?
But I can still deal with him and get this praise. And I don't know, man.
I see that even go back to when women talk about homosexuality. Y'all know it be going in jail, and y'all just still be signing up to be with these type of dudes too. Yep. Y'all know what be going on. Y'all
he in here for the long term,
right? And like I said, I'm not saying that happens to all the men, but we done heard too many stories for it's not to be a vast majority of men on some. Let's say they don't get pressured to be like that, but let's say it might be a punk in there looking decent today. You might want to try it out. It might be you heard all the other niggas say, yeah, it's a dude, but you've been in here 10 years, nigga.
You ain't going home no time soon.
Yeah, you might have a life sentence. You might want to feel some type of warm body. And I ain't saying the right, but the mindset, the understanding. You be like, okay, I can get where maybe this person is coming from. You know what I'm saying?
What she say? What she say?
I'll leave my coochie at home before I bring it to a prison.
Think about this. This is a 62-year-old woman, and I want to say in this same prison had a similar situation that happened 4 months prior to this one.
Yep, that's what they said. It's some same scenario, and it's crazy. Like conjugal visits shouldn't be for murderers.
Nah.
You mean to tell me this person is a murderer? They have a especially when they got multiple murders. 4. You like to do this, and you mean to tell me you're going to put somebody else in the vicinity of somebody that likes to kill.
It's insane. Like,
That is crazy.
That's
Like
why
to even wrap your mind around it, that's just logical. Like if you a thief, you stole something, you ain't got, you just, that's really all you have done. You might be like, okay, you never show any violence. You just like to rob and take shit. You know what I'm saying? But if you're a person that literally mass murder, eat people, Jeffrey Dahmer, just think about Jeffrey Dahmer having a conjugal visit.
come on, man. The nigga just had an arm sandwich goddamn 2 weeks ago before he got here. Y'all finna let him have visitors?
Right.
Come on, man.
That is crazy. And so, but like I said, this is the society we live in, and people are okay with it. And it just go back to us talking about like women just never grow up. 62, you should be put away somewhere. Yeah, this man got locked up, and I don't know how long he been in there, but you should have found you another man already.
Yeah.
Where you ain't worried, but like I said, it's that codependency that
this 62. I don't think that has resonated. This is a 62-year-old woman. This is a grandma. In some cases, a great grandma.
Yeah.
What kind of wisdom would she pass down to her grandchildren, great grandchildren, going to stay with a convicted murderer?
No, now she dead.
Yeah, I'm saying, but prior, because this ain't her first time going.
Right.
So prior to this, grandma, where you going this weekend? I'm gonna go San Quentin. I'm going to San Quentin.
Right.
I'm going to Alcatraz for a conjugal. You know, who you going to see? What? Insane.
I think it is insane. Like I said, I stand by the fact that women don't have elders, and they're doing y'all. The older women have been doing y'all a disservice. Y'all young girls, and I get it. You hot, you young. You got this Corvette between your legs, and you're ready to put it on the road. We all understand that, but somebody got to be able to talk to the young women. Like, hey, instead of like you talk about Brittany Renner going to talk to Deion Sanders and the team, where's a Brittany Renner going to talk to a group of girls? Like, hey, I put my pussy on the road too, and I had a bunch of wrecks out there.
But they may not look at it because it's a check attached. They ain't looking at it as a wreck. That's why they ain't going to the girl. Brittany Renner don't look at what she did as an L. She still won. And many women's eyes, they don't. Brittany Renner's a W because I got a rich nigga baby.
But at the same time, you see her complaining about she don't get that much child support either.
It's relative to to the circle she's in now. She probably getting $1 million a year. These women over here getting 13 a year with whatever they got going. So I'm just saying relative scale. Let's say she getting $500,000 a year.
Okay, so
I'm in the pool with $6 million women.
But even that, let's go with that.
Yeah,
we could probably say it might be 100 women.
Yeah,
they get an NBA player.
Yeah,
football player. We talk about collective sport. You might get 100 women that might get pregnant by him.
But you gotta think of the mindset. Said you had women.
That's not an odd I would want to take.
You had women asking other women to text me the Sierra prayer.
You did.
Send me the Sierra prayer so I can use it. What's that prayer Sierra did? Thinking it's gonna work for her the same way it worked for Sierra.
But they missed the whole point of it.
Yeah.
The point is says Sierra's.
Yeah.
Prayer. How
we all won.
Yeah. How you gonna take? Yeah. How you gonna take Sierra? That was